stuff.
2nd of January, Rabbi Furst, Pierke Avos.
Okay, very good. We're going to hopefully finish up our Hanukkah discoveries today. Okay. Here we go. Take a look at your screen. You'll be there. Screen view as well. Okay, here we are in the, I believe the second to last paragraph. Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me.
The one that starts with Im Tamru.
Yeah, that we're in that paragraph there. Yeah, okay, well, we can start with that beginning of that paragraph. That's good, yeah. Who would like to read? Any volunteers?
I do.
Okay.
Okay, Im Tamru, Yishlach, Nachashim, V'akravim, V'dovim, K'derech she'asa b'chosayim, Hare anu rochavim al pilim she'en hayos no gaos bahem. And if you will say, send snakes and scorpions and bears, like the way that was done by the Kuthites, we see that we ride on elephants. That are not wild animals.
The wild animal, the elephants are impervious to the wild animals.
They're what? They're what to the wild animals?
Impervious to the wild animals.
They're impervious. They're impervious to the wild animals.
Yeah, the elephants are very strong and big and tough.
Right. Okay. V'hayu
tusks. I think tusks. You don't want to get involved with a tusk of an elephant.
That's right. Yeah. Also, they can trample you.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good to run into a angry elephant.
Right. Vayu Yisrael omdim b'tefila v'amru Hashem Galui
Rabboni Sholem, right?
Rabbonu Shel Olam,
Master of the world.
Master of the world. Galui v'yadua lifanecha shelo amadnu lehalcham kenegdam ella ba'avur shimcha hagadol shelo yisvaza Bagoyim. Uh, and it was that for Israel were stood in prayer and said to Hashem, "It's revealed and known before you that we do not stand uh,
Connect them. We're not standing to do battle against them.
to battle against them, Ella, except for the sake of your name, your great name, that it should not be disgraced among the nations, among the non-Jews. V'im incha ose nes al yadenu v'amru ein lo etza. And if incha, what's incha?
If you will not do a nace through us,
If you will not do a nace through us, and say there is not for him the advice.
well, yeah, um, that Eitzah usually means advice. Here it's a little bit different. Meaning, if the Kadosh Baruch Hu was not going to do a nace for the Hashmonaim in their battle against the overwhelming, infinitely overwhelming number of troops of the Greeks against them, if Hashem is not going to do a nace for them, so it'll be said that Hashem has no eitzah, he has no options. Meaning his Kadosh Baruch Hu is stymied.
Chas v'shalom.
Has v'shalom. Has
V'kasiv b'cha gadol ha'etza v'rav ha'elilei. And it's written it's written for you, by you, great advice.
Well, it's said about you, Gadol ha'etza Rav Alila. This I guess again this was a pasuk. Again, I think we saw this pasuk. 1 second, I have to see where we found this pasuk. Yeah, that was a pasuk in Yirmiyah, Perik Lamed Beis pasuk Yud Tes. This expression is a borrowed expression from the pasuk in Yirmiyah, Lamed Tes pasuk Lamed Beis Yud Tes, which refers to this. right? The pasuk says you're referring to a Kadosh Baruch that he's great in counsel and uh, has an abundance of deeds. Right? Like here, Eitzah is Eitzah, as I said, means usually mean like advice or counsel, but here it means a little bit. It's a little bit different. A little bit different. Uh, uh, go to Eitzah. 1 second. Those are Eitzah. Yeah. Um, right. Okay. So here, like, Kadosh Baruch Hu is like with is infinitely wise. Hashem, Kadosh Baruch Hu is infinitely um all knowing. So Kadosh Baruch Hu's his eitzah, his possibilities um of action, his ability to choose to do what he wants is infinite, right? So here, that's what we're referring to as Rav Eitzah, that his his ability to conduct his universe in the way he wants. So if Hashem's going to do miracles for the Hashmonoim, so it's going to be seen that a Kadosh Baruch Hu can and will do many things for the sake of Klal Yisrael. And if Hashem's not going to do that, then it's going to be taken, and they'll say that Hashem Hashem is limited in some way. Ein lo etzer, yamru ein lo etzer. That it'll be said that Hashem has no recourse.
So great is his recourse and abundant are his deeds.
Yes, yeah.
Miyad nis galu rachamav shel Hakadosh Baruch Hu v'amar shet toko banaye. And through what is Nis Galalu?
Okay, right. Miyad is Galalu Rachamav. I mean, literally that it Lizgalu means to tumble, but Lizgalu it came forth. It immediately came forth Hashem's mercy of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Immediately came forth the mercy of HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Came forth. Uh, and said he's repairing his children.
He said, "V'yomi shasku banai." Quiet, my sons, quiet.
Quiet. He's quieting his children.
Right. He said you don't. He said your prayers. You don't have to pray anymore. Quiet. You don't have to pray anymore. Be quiet.
Uh, has.
Shasku from the same word as sheket.
Right. Check it. Uh, he's has hasitz vu ureu nik mas Hashem asher yaaseh bagoyim. What is this word? Hatzitzvu?
Hisyatzvu. Hisyatzvu. This is also a word from a pasuk. Nitzavim, right? There's a portion toward the end of the Devarim, Nitzavim, Hisyatzvu. Remember that parsha? I think it's the second or third parsha from the end of the Chumash.
No, I'm sorry, I don't. Hitziasvu, I don't remember.
No.
Yatzvu.
No, the parsha is Nitzavim. Parsha is Nitzavim.
Nitzaveh.
150. Dem nitzavim hayom, you are standing today.
Oh, that's right. And it's also like, it's also a sort of standing expectantly.
Ah, yes.
So
actually,
today before Hashem,
excuse me?
you were standing before Hashem.
Well, that's in all cases here. It's actually this actual word comes up in Parshas B'Shalach. Take a look at Parshas B'Shalach, Parshas Perek Yud Daled.
Yud Daled.
Perek Yud Daled, Pasuk Yud Gimel.
Yud Daled, Yud Gimel. Okay, let's see.
This
Yud Gimel, it says, Vayomer Moshe el ha'am al tira'u, oh yeah, hit yatzvu, or uet ha'yeshuat Hashem, asher yaseh lachem hayom. Whoa.
is by the Yam Suf, right? We were crying out at the Yam Suf.
Yeah,
Right.
this was Hashem's assuring the people.
Right. Right. So Al Tiru, so as Moshe said to the people, Al Tiru, do not fear. Isyatzvu. So how do they translate Isyatzvu?
Okay, hold it. Let's see. Do not fear. It says, stand fast and see the salvation of Hashem.
Oh,
So
there you
stand
go.
fast in this case. Well, it's
Yeah.
hit yatzvu is standing, positioning yourself. Yeah. Okay. That's it.
So stand and see the salvation of Hashem.
That was the pasuk there in by Moshe Rabbeinu by the Yam Suf.
Yeah,
Here it
Bishalach.
says, yeah, Bashalach. Here it's Yitzatzvu V'ru Nikmas Hashem. Asher Ya'asu B'goyim. Stand fast and see the vengeance of Hashem, which He will do with the non-Jews.
That he
Hashem
was
is going to take.
not Jews.
Yeah, you watch and you can see how Hashem's going to take vengeance upon the goyim for you.
V'hevi kol hasharim shel shivaim omos v'amar lahem kol echad mikam Yehorog es shelo min hachayil shel oso rasha.
So Havia kol sa'arim sari mila shel shivim umos. Now Kadosh Baruch Hu, with all the ministering angels for each one of the countries, each country, for each nation has its own ministering angel, which controls spiritually its destiny. So Kadosh Baruch Hu brought all the spiritual forces which dictate the destinies of all the nations, of all the 70 nations. He brought them there. Amar and Hashem said to all these ministering angels,
Each and every one of you should kill that which is his.
Right, each one of you, kol echad mehem yargu es shelo min hachayil asher Russia. You amongst all of them shall kill from the soldiery which is amongst them those who are Rashoim, who are evil. Each one of you from your own nation, you shall kill those soldiers, those evil soldiers.
So he's talking about the Greeks.
Well, not only
Greeks?
again, the Greeks brought everybody. The Greeks they controlled the whole world. They brought everyone against the Jews. The Jews weren't fighting just the Greeks. That would have been tough enough, but they brought all the nations of the world to wage war against the Jews. Yeah.
So all of them are Rashayim?
That's right.
Ve'im Yanos Echad Mehem Hare Nafsho Tachas Nafsho. What is Yanos?
That if one of them will flee, if any one of them shall flee from them, nafsho tachas nafsho, your soul will be taken instead of his. Meaning the angels were threatened with death. If any one of their people that they're overseeing should escape, not one should escape. And if one escapes, then that angel will suffer death in his place.
Shenemar Bayom Hahu Yifkod Hashem Al Tzava Hamirom Bamrom Vakule. That that he said on that day, what's Yif code?
That for Pikadon they'll be redeemed.
Hashem will redeem all of the army.
Al Siva Mamorom. That's the hosts of heaven in the heavens.
The heavenly host.
This is also a pasuk. This is also a pasuk.
Bamarom. What's Bamarom?
That's in the heavens.
Miyad Yardu La'aretz B'chol Yonei She Haya Chatz Al Kashto Lizarok Yisrael Hu Hamalach Machziro V'noetz B'libo. Immediately, they descended to the earth, and all. What's Yonai?
That's the call Yavani, each Greek.
And each Greek, what's Chatz?
Shahaya Chetz. Chetz is an arrow.
That served as an arrow for his bow.
That each immediately they descend, immediately all the ministering angels for each one of the nations descended to the earth. The kol Yavana Ishu Chetz al Kashto Lizarak B'Yisrael. Each Greek that had an arrow which was being shot at a Jew,
Haya Hamal Acha Machaziro V'noetz B'libo. Each arrow that was being shot at a Jew was from the king.
No, that's the Malach Mach 0 Renoids Belibo. The angel would turn it around and thrust it into his heart. Each soldier of our enemies that shot an arrow at us, the angels would come and turn the arrow around and thrust it into his own heart. Dead on the spot.
He would thrust the arrow into the heart of the archer.
That's right. He got it back. He got back what he wanted to do to us. They got back.
Shne'emar Keshet Guvorim Hatim Chetim V'gam Charbam Tanoa Bilvad. And it is said the bow of the mighty is a sin?
Yeah, it says Kashis Giborim. It says Shenemar Kashis Giborim Chatiim. Chatiim. I have to look at this pasuk, what that word is. Yeah, that's a pasuk in Shmuel. If you have a Shmuel, you have a pasuk in Shmuel. That's in Shmuel, Aleph, Perik Beis, pasuk Dalet.
Whoa.
Kashis Chatiim Nikshalim.
Whoa, one?
Yes, Shmuel Aleph, Perik Beis, pasuk Dalet.
Grace, Pasach Dalid.
Yes. Perik Beis, pasuk Dalet, right.
The bows of the mighty men are broken, and they that stumble are girded with strength.
Chatim are broken, right? Kesh is the bows of the mighty are broken.
And also the many come by themselves,
Excuse me?
and also the many come by themselves.
Gam harbe tavu belibam. And many harbu bechiram. That's also, I think, a pasuk. Gam harbam, right? And also their swords were thrust into their hearts.
So their arrows and their swords were thrust into their hearts by the angels.
That's right. The more they tried to do bad to us, the more they got it themselves.
V'hayu b'nei Chashmonai ro'in ze et ze v'amru Hashem yilcham lachem v'atem his rishon. And it was that the children of the Hashmonaim saw this and this, saw each one of them, and they said, Hashem Yilcham, I don't know.
That's from the word milchama. That's the word from the battle or wage war.
Hashem
Right?
battled with them, and they were first.
This is a pasuk in Iyuv. This next statement is a pasuk in Iyuv. If you have Iyuv, that's in Perak Yud Gimel. If you is pasuk Hey.
Eov. 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 Eov Yud Gimel 13.
Yeah, Perik Yud Gimel Pasuk K.
Yud Gimel Hey. Yud Gimel. Yud Gimel Pasuk Hey. Oh, that you would altogether keep silent, and it should be your wisdom. Hear now my reasoning and hearken to the pleadings of my lips. So, he's here shown his lips, maybe? I don't know.
Harshiyun is like Cherish is a person who's speechless, right? But so it said, Hayu b'nei Hashmonai roim zeh ez zeh. They each one of the b'nei Hashmonaim looked at each other. Amru Hashem yilachem lechem. Hashem is battling against them. Ve'atem charishum and we ve'atem and you're being silent. And I think they should have burst out in praise or thanksgiving. I'm not sure exactly what the point of the kavanah is here. What was the point of bringing this that they were silent about? Not sure.
Let's see. Tanei Shalosh Shanim Lo Haya Adam Yachol Lavur Sham Mipnei Richam.
So Tanya, this is a brisa. 13 years, no person was able to pass there because of the smell of the dead bodies. 13 years, people couldn't pass there because all the rotting dead bodies.
V'sheva Shanim Zaro Yisrael Shido Sihem Vichar Mayhem below Zaval Midam Shalahem.
So it says, 13 years, no person could pass by there because of the smell of the dead bodies. V'sheves shanim, zeres yosud sehem, v'karmehem, and for 7 years, the Jews were able to plant their fields and their vineyards without zeva, without having to fertilize it, midam shalem, because of the dam of theirs, because of all the dam that soaked into the earth. For 7 years, the Jews didn't have to fertilize their fields and vineyards.
Wow. That's a long time for fertilizer to last.
That's right. The Kadosh Baruch Hu spilled a lot of their blood. Don't realize it. How many quarts of blood are there in a person? Anybody remember?
I think 9, but I'm not sure.
That's like, what's that?
I said I
That's
remember hearing 9, but I'm not sure.
That's more than 2 gallons, right? That's more than 2 gallons, right?
Yeah.
I know. We used to have here one of our neighbors, Rabbi Birnbaum. He was known as there was an art scroll book that they wrote about his life. It was called Lieutenant Birnbaum. He went into Normandy. He was one of those who went in on the landing crafts on the beaches of Normandy. So he remembers telling me, he told me that when you look when the movies that portray the Normandy landing invasions, he said they don't make the water red enough. The water was blood red. Blood,
Wow.
Water turned blood red.
Oh, wow.
All the,
Because of all the soldiers that were killed?
excuse me?
Because of all the soldiers that were being killed by the Germans?
Yeah, they were getting off the landing crafts. It's before they even got off the landing crafts, they were dropping dead into the water. And you know, so 2000 on Omaha Beach, there were 2,000 casualties from between say 6 a.m. till about 12 noon, until the Navy decided they're going to start bombarding the German Maximum pillboxes. Took them 6 hours to figure out to use the naval guns to fight against the Germans. That was a pretty bad mistake that they made. But 2,000 GIs had to lose their lives because of that mistake. But he was telling me, remember, we were coming out of shul one morning on Shai. It was actually, I think, Pesach Sheni. It was the Pesach, no, not Pesach Sheni. It was a second day Chol Hamoed. I think it was maybe second day Chol Hamoed, Pesach, one Pesach. He was telling me the movies, they don't make the blood red, they don't make the water red enough. So here also, for 7 years, there's so much blood spilled that the earth was soaked with blood. It didn't have to be fertilized for 7 years.
ועשרים ושלוש שנים הסיקו ישראל מרומחיהם וכשתם. And 23 years, what's Hasiku?
They used for firewood. For 23 years, they used for firewood. For 23 years, the Jews used for firewood.
The Mirod Chihem, I don't know.
Those are spears. The roimach is a spear. Romach is a spear.
And the bow, the spears, and the wood from the spears and the bows served as the firewood for 23 years.
That's right. There's a lot of wood there.
A lot of wood, a lot of blood. Va'alehem Amar Hakasuv Sham Rishaim Yirkav. And about them it is written
The name of Rishoyim shall rot.
Shall rot. Ba'al Beis Chashmonai Kiyotzei Bahem Zachor Tzadik Livracha. And concerning the house of the Hashmonaim, they fulfilled in them the remembrance of the righteous. May they be blessed.
is for bracha. The remembrance of the righteous is for a blessing.
The members of the righteous is for a blessing. Is for a blessing. V'chazaru leveisam l'shalom, and they returned to their houses in peace.
That's right.
V'lo matz'o shemen tahor ella pach kitana shehaya b'shisan
B'shitin hamizbeach.
b'shi.
They found a flask. They found just a small flask of shemen tahor in the shitim hamizbeach. Shitim. Those were the. There's a space in the base of Migdash that's between the ramp leading up to Mizbeach and it's the shitim. The shitim is that's where the bloods and the other libations were poured at the time of the offerings of the Mizbeach. It would pour and run down into this underground cavern underneath the Mizbeach.
Okay, so that place where they poured the blood, they returned, and there was no oil.
So the Veloy is Shemen Ela Kadei Lahadlik La'alechad. It was there only there enough oil there in order to light for one night. Manasseh Nes, and they made there was a Kadosh Baruch Hu made a miracle.
V'na'aseh nes. Oh, and Hashem made a miracle. Lehadliko, and they lit. Mimenu.
They lit from it Shmoni Yamim, and they lit from it for 8 days.
For 8 days. Ulefichach kav'u shmonas yemei Chanukah, and therefore they established 8 days of Hanukkah. Tam midrash leChanukah.
Tam Midrash LaHanukkah. Tam means the end. It concludes, and so it concludes the Medrash for Hanukkah.
The Medrash for Hanukkah.
Very good. Very good. Okay, there we are. That we came to a conclusion of the Medrash Hanukkah. Fine. All right, Mitzvah Hashem. We'll take a short break and continue with Mishnah Berurah shortly, Mitzvah Hashem.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Roy. Have a good afternoon. Thank you. Good afternoon. Okay, we'll see you all soon. Hold on.